Volkswagen Vento is a bad purchase. Everyone knows it's about to be discontinued and it is not worth paying attention to. For this price, there are better cars on the market. Or at least those are the most common objections from people who have never bought a Volkswagen Vento, who do not have one and who have preferred other options from other brands. But if you like vanilla ice cream and you hate chocolate ice cream, how could you possibly talk about the latter? For better or worse, in our country, Nissan Versa, Chevrolet Aveo and Volkswagen Vento are the vanilla, the strawberry and the chocolate of the Napolitan ice cream of compact car sales. Okay fellas, whether you like Versa, Aveo, Vento, Kia Rio, Hyundai Accent, Chevrolet Cavalier, Chevrolet Onix, or any compact sedan, it is indisputable, and I'm not saying it, the statistics say it, that Volkswagen Vento is the third best-selling compact sedan in the country, after Nissan Versa and Chevrolet Aveo. And I know you have lots of questions, such as, are they going to discontinue it, etc. So, let's talk about what I don't like about it. Is it a perfect car? No, it is not. But none of them are. What are the things I don't like or would like to be different? Well, first, the issue of the airbags. Volkswagen Vento has only 2 airbags, and that's it. Would I like it to have 6, 7 or 10 airbags? Yes. Still, is it a bad purchase? Some will say it is, because they don't like Vento or its equipment, or they have a problem with Volkswagen as a brand. The other thing I don't like is that the lights are not LED. I would love it if it had high penetration LED headlights, daytime running lights and that sort of thing. The other thing I would like are AC vents back here on the second row of seats. However, I understand that the vents here in the front are in the highest position on the board, which means that if you direct them upwards and turn up the fan intensity, air will go over the heads and will reach the second row of seats. The other thing I would like to see different is the screen, because while it does come with this 5 or 6 inches screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, as well as Mirror Link, which is unique to Volkswagen, it would be very cool to see an 8 or 10 inches display, because many of the other vehicles at this price range and segment, they already have a larger screen. So, Volkswagen, catch up. Another thing I would like to see is a cluster with a 6 or 7 inches digital display. Or, if it is possible, the digital cockpit here in the front. That would be very cool. But I also understand that if this Vento had those things, it would be more expensive. But why? Why on earth would people get a car that is amazing for some, but for others it is an abomination that should not exist? And that is an excellent question, which leads me to talk about the things I do like about Vento. The first thing I like is its space. I am 1.76 meters and I have all this space above my bald head. That implies that someone who is 180 or 190 will fit in here and also in the back. Not only is it tall, but it is also a very wide, compact car. It is not that tight. It even has a central headrest for the rear seats, which is very good. The steering wheel has depth and height adjustment, quite a lot of height actually. The driver's seat is also height adjustable. It can go up and it can go down. Although it is manual, which leads me to say that yes, I would love to see electric adjustment, but if so, they would be more expensive. But Gonzalo, there are other cars in the segment and price range that do have electric adjustment. You are absolutely right. So why do people keep buying such a deficient car as Vento? Because for many people, the Volkswagen Vento is not a deficient car. What do I mean by that? Not only does it have good space, it is excellent for motorway driving. I can assure you, I've driven this car up to 190 or 200 kilometers per hour, and its stability is superior to that of Kia Rio or Nissan Versa at those speeds. High speed composure translates into safe vehicle control. The steering is electro-assisted, geosensitive, and the shock absorbers chosen by Volkswagen are ductile in the city but firm at high speeds. And that contributes to the achievement of better grip, stability, control and safety on the motorway. As if that weren't enough, the transmission can be automatic or manual. The automatic transmission has 3 driving modes. Drive, which is where we are now. Underneath is the sport mode, and it revs up a little bit more. Oh wow, I love it. And there is manual mode by moving the lever to the right, up for upward shifts and down for downward shifts. What I found is that it is an unusual reliable car. On a regular basis, the average life of a compact saloon car is from 4 to 8 years at most. But one of these, if well cared for, can last you 15 or 20 years or even longer. The windows, the mirrors and the locks are all electric, although this one's not moved or whatever. There is a USB port here and auxiliary port, SD card slot for maps and navigation. The glove box is large, the moldings are smooth, and the seats are made in fabric, which makes it very cold and comfortable to drive in Sinaloa. It has a little support on the sides, although it is not as extended, but it is comfortable. The seats are wide and the headrests provide good support without pushing the head forward. The interior is two-toned if you count the roof, which is clear. Another reason why Vento is loved by so many is because its boot is quite large. It's one of the largest in the segment. And if you're a taxi or an Uber, the boot is very convenient to have. The steering wheel is leather wrapped, has a D-type cut. It is a bit sports-like and the engine has good power and fuel efficiency, but they are not related. I mean, you can have one or the other, but you cannot have both. If you go smoothly on drive mode, or even what I found is that in manual mode, by putting the gear shift here, I can shift below 2000 reps per minute, regularly at about 1700 or 18 reps per minute. But here at 1800 I can shift into 5th gear, whereas if you put it in drive, you can go down to 4th gear and it won't shift into 5th gear until it's above 2000 reps per minute, like now. So its maximum fuel efficiency is achieved by driving smoothly in manual mode with you shifting below 2000 reps per minute around 1800. But if you need to go all the way, you put it in manual mode, downshift to 4th, 3rd, 2nd, push to the floor and accelerate. You get full power. That's something that other cars with CVT won't give you. Another detail I like is the armrest. In this version there is armrest, like a captain's chair, and it has a cover for storing things in there. Which car should you buy? That is an excellent question, which brings us to the question and answer sections. Daniel Vasquez. When is it going to be discontinued? Is it worth buying one in 2021? Yes, I feel it is worth it. I cannot officially say when it will be discontinued, if at all. Off the record, I have had quite a lot of information on the subject, and at least we can be sure that we will continue to have Ventos for sale in 2022 models. But at least we still have this year and next year, and who knows how much longer. Comparison with Virtus, consumption and performance of both. Well, in the channel I have videos of Virtus versus 1 liter and Vento versus 1 liter tests, and you can take a look at them and draw your own conclusions. In terms of interiors and stuff, Virtus is even more spacious than Vento. If you need space, Virtus is a car for you, but if you want to save money, Vento is a good one. Christopher Alejandro Orozco Cabrera. They're never going to let it die, are they? This is correct. Virtus is the new generation of Vento, but I think that at least for the next few years it will stay around. Gustavo San Roman. On the which platform does this car come? Gol, Polo, another? Are they going to discontinue another model to include this one? This is the same platform as Polo. In fact, in almost all other countries of the world, Volkswagen Vento is known as Polo sedan. Príncipe. Is it still worth buying it, being so austere? Or is it better to buy Virtus or Versa? It depends on what you want, mate. I think for people who are looking for a better, reliable car with good space and excellent driving on the motorway, I think it's worth it. Oliver, car. Why does Volkswagen make such fast cars? They don't realize they can be dangerous. Vento is faster than Camaro or Mustang. 100% German. It depends on which Camaro or which Mustang, but I can think of scenarios where a Vento can be faster than an old Camaro or Mustang. Alejandro Contreras. Which is better for taxis, Vento or Virtus? For taxi, Vento, because it's cheaper and it will be cheaper to maintain, to give service and to work with it for many years. Which one responds better in acceleration? I don't know. I've never checked because they both do it very well. Rodrigo Alvarado. Engine on transmission. Good, Rodrigo. The engine is 1.6 litre naturally aspired, delivers 105 horsepower and 113 pound-foot of torque. The transmission can be a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic, which I love. And the automatic transmission can be very fuel efficient with the right habits. Carlos Cerezo. When is the new generation coming? It is already here and it's called Volkswagen Virtus. Jorge Tobon. Why does it consume so much petrol? Bad habits. For people with bad habits, driving with this car, it consumes a lot of petrol. Carlos, what does each version offer? There are only 2 versions of Vento, Start Line and Comfort Line version. The former has everything the latter has, minus cruise control and a couple of other things, mainly gadgets, but in terms of stability, power, powertrain, comfort, space, etc., both versions are very similar. Complementos de la administración. Top speed? I think I do have a video of Vento's top speed acceleration test on the motorway, so let's go see it. 3, 2, 1. Accelerating. We are over 3,000 reps per minute. That's where you feel the push. Above the 3,000 reps, you start feeling the push of the machinery. 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, and a little higher, 120. 4th gear, 120, 150, 160. It changed to 5th gear. (180 kilometers per hour). The car is surprisingly stable. It behaves very well at high speeds. The question you're probably wondering now is, well, Gonzalo, why should I buy Volkswagen Vento and not Nissan Versa, Chevrolet Onix, Kia Rio, Hyundai Accent, the new Cavalier or another vehicle? And the most honest answer I can give you is that everyone buys the car they want. What I've heard from people who have bought a Vento and are happy with it is that they did it for its durability and reliability. Most people don't pay attention to the fact that it is excellently driven. That's what people normally look for, plus the timeless Volkswagen design and a resale value a little higher than any other brands. The price starts at 253,900 Mexican pesos and goes up to 311,900 Mexican pesos, if I'm not mistaken, which is approximately 13,000 and 16,000 US dollars at today's exchange rate. Handbrake tone, yes, Vento does that, and I love it. It may vary without notice, so please always consult your nearest dealer.